Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of The Podcast. I'm your host, Draconis, and today I'm joined by Sun Ryu and Good Gamer Glen.
Alola!
And today we are going to do a rumor review on a Pokemon Legends Arceus rumor that I found on 4chan. First off, I just want to thank you all for tuning in and joining us today. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday and a new year. Sorry that we've been away a little bit with the holidays in play and some scheduling conflicts with the podcasters. It's been hard to get everybody together to do a recording, but we are still here. We are still recording. So with Pokemon Legends Arceus coming in just a few weeks, we figured we kick the new year off with, of course, a rumor review titled Too Farfetched Leak, found on 4chan. Now, before we get into it, I just want to stress, treat anything that you hear today as strictly rumor. Nothing is confirmed until it is confirmed through official sources such as Cerebi.net or through the Pokemon Company themselves doing a drop. Always take everything here that you hear with a large, healthy dose of speculation. So, getting into it, the first part of this rumor says, the climbing Pokemon is a new evolution of Sneasel that is a dark fighting type. It's the normal evolution of Sneasel, and instead of having very sharp claws, it has a big one. Instead of living in a group, it lives alone, climbing the mountains. It's said that it leaves strange shapes on the rocks that can be used by humans or Pokemon to climb. This kind of reminds me of that climbing image that we've seen.
The Mon, right?
Yeah, it's on the side of the mountain. It kind of looks like a... to me, it looked like a jacked up Nuzleaf.
Yeah, that's what everybody was referring to it, I think, right? A Nuzleaf or something.
No, it's a new form or a new Pokemon for sure.
What I do like is the fact that this section is actually playing off like regular Sneasel's bio about how like it likes to leave marks, right, to like mark its territory. So I kind of like that aspect. It kind of makes me believe it a little bit, especially with the whole rock climbing thing. It's like, oh yeah, this Pokemon leaves its marks on the mountain cliff sides or whatever from where it's climbing, so that people can climb up using that path that it's taking. But to me, though, it kind of gives me like the opposite vibes of regular Sneasel, that, you know, they'll attack you if you're in their territory. And in this case, it actually sounds like it's helping people. So that's kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I find it kind of interesting. I'm thinking more like when you see rock climbers are using the tools to knock the pins into the rock and then slapping the rope through the clips or something along that nature. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like the fact that that they get into a little bit of detail with this one. So the next one here, the Hisuian Gudra is true and resembles Morishellmon with a metal shell. I'm kind of curious about this one because I see Morishellmon and I think Macargo. I don't think Gudra.
Yeah, especially with the color change too. And like, it's weird because he brings up specifically Morishellmon and not the regular Shellmon, which is pink, I guess. But that would give me more of like sea snail kind of vibe, the pink color compared to the other one's color. But yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Like, it's kind of weird because I'm just still thinking Digimon when I still see that.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Type would be good for Gudra, since it's really bulky.
All right. So the next part of this rumor, Weirdair and Cleavor evolved from normal Stantler and Scyther. Basculegion evolves from Hisuian form of Basculin, a water ghost type that resembles a monk bead. You know, I kind of saw this one coming, not gonna lie. That's kind of my sentiment with it. It just, they don't always show you the pre-evolved version unless they really want to, but for some reason I couldn't see in my head Basculin turning into a Basculegion without having a Hisuian form as well.
Didn't they confirm, or not really? I don't know. Didn't they confirm that it was just a regular Basculin that turns into Basculegion? I'm not entirely sure, of course, but I thought they did. No,
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything with it, but I could be wrong.
The one, the first form? Yeah, so just be a regular one. So.
Well, that's what they're saying. That this rumor's saying that it isn't. That it's getting its own Hisuian form. But I don't remember if they've ever shown Basculin at all.
I know. I don't think I've seen anyone.
I mean, it's possible then, because if both of you are saying you haven't seen a Basculin in any of the trailers, then I think more than likely that might be the case. Kind of like with like Hisuian Growlithe, right? Like they haven't shown like Hisuian Arcanine when we know it's coming, but they haven't shown it either.
The Diamond Clan is made of ancestors from Sinnoh characters. Pearl Clan is made of ancestors from other generation characters. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that that they may end up pulling characters from other generations, but it doesn't make sense to me that the Diamond Clan is straight made up of Sinnoh only characters, whereas the Pearl Clan is all the other generations. It just doesn't seem to fit. If you were to tell me that both clans were made up of the characters that you can find in both games throughout the history, I'd be down with that, but not the fact that Diamond is only Sinnoh characters and Pearl has everybody else.
I think I can agree with you on that as well. If anything, I would think they would both have a mixture of Sinnoh and other generation characters in each clan, and not just like one clan specifically having all stuff. Because I think it'd be a lot better that way. That way, like, out of story, these guys that aren't, mainly Sinnoh characters do branch out, right? Because this is a game, or this takes place, like, way before, like, civilization kind of starts expanding, I should say.
Showing. So they would say that one side of Sinnoh character only, and then the other one has the Generations character.
Okay. There are 4 members of each clan for a total of 8, but the noble Pokemon are 10. Jasmine, Mina, Ingo, and Clay are the Pearl clan. They are the figures that evolve into gym leaders. They specialize in a specific type: normal, rock, grass, flying, water, electric, fighting, and steel types. This is rather interesting, and then I took 2 sections of it at once because we're dealing directly with the characters. It makes me wonder if each of these characters are taking a noble Pokemon, then who are the remaining 2 characters? Where are they from? Who are they? Also, some of them becoming gym leaders, I think that's kind of interesting as well. And this person gives us all the typings for what their speculation is or what their rumor is for the coming gyms that we're going to be dealing with.
See the names of the that's from the Pearl clan.
I feel like there might be a little something here. I forgot which character was which, but the girl we're seeing in the picture for this rumor, I feel like she's part of the Diamond Clan and not the Pearl Clan, just because of her outfit. Because like it seems a little bit more closer to like the blue-ish side, or like the more darker color side, like how they introduced the Diamond Clan leader guy. So I feel like this one is kind of like a little off to me, but. Just saying that these 4 are straight off from the Pro Clan, I mean, maybe I could see it. The gyms, I think that sounds pretty good. It kind of reminds me of like what they did with Alola, like how they're getting ready to have the gyms open up to copy like the other regions. So I feel like this does sound like a good thing. Like they become the gym leaders. So the typings, however, though, I guess this is just to reflect what noble Pokemon that they're using. But I was kind of hoping it would kind of match the current Sinnoh region, yeah.
The name, like the will be using based on the Pokemon they have, so will evolve into becoming gym leaders, which is interesting. So
the noble Pokemon are based on HMs and useful items from the original Sinnoh: running shoes, item finder, surf plus waterfall, fly, and rock climbing for rideable Pokemon, cut, defog, rock smash, and strength for enraged boss Pokemon. The last noble is Arceus on the top of Mount Coronet, but it's not the final boss. This, I mean, we've kind of started seeing in some of the promotional stuff where you see the character riding on Weirdeer and they're jumping through the mountainous areas or running through faster, and you've got Basque Legion who's swimming around and leaping out of the water, and Braviary with Fly. So I kind of see where this is going with, and if you think back, I think it was the Gen 7 had Stoutland, who was the item finder for you. Like he'll sit there and sniff for items, which I thought was kind of cool. And they're bringing that back. That'd be kind of awesome.
Interesting, and I actually like they took something I did they had from Gen 7 and applied to this game, and then for it to do that, for it to see it come back too, is really good.
I think it's a good reference because it's like what I was talking about earlier. This game talks about humanity's, or at least in the Hisuian region, like their first kind of like coexistence with the Pokemon. So having it based off of the HMs and like what they have the Pokemon do, makes a lot of sense to me. The only thing is from that recent Japanese trailer that dropped, I think. I think you just brought it up a while ago where it shows the character on Weirdeer and you kind of see them scaling the mountain a little bit, or like they're jumping from one cliff to another cliff. So that kind of just gets me a little X marks for the rock climbing portion, but we'll see how that goes later on.
Your comments actually lead into the next part of this, which the enraged boss noble Pokemon are needed to find a way to enter the next area. The rideable Pokemon are needed to explore. So, that said, you see Weirdeer leaping from ledges, but not straight up mountain climbing. So what if the only way to proceed to the next parts of the game where there's more stronger Pokemon would be to defeat the region noble Pokemon, and that Pokemon will allow you to proceed to the next level. Like, they're basically gatekeeping the rest of the game, so you can't just go from a level 1 to a level 60 area using Braviary. You have to actually be able to get to that location using something else. Natural barriers, so to speak.
And the rare Pokemon is definitely gonna need that, so you can explore through it.
I think it's actually an interesting way of keeping the game, being able to pace out the story without having somebody be able to blaze through with just any old Pokemon.
So like the whole gatekeeping idea, I feel like if they are going with that idea, I think it's kind of like to prevent things from what happened with like Breath of the Wild, right? You know, like how they have like some players like they just go straight to the Ganondorf boss fight. I feel like that's what if they do have the gatekeeping idea, that's probably where it might have stemmed from. Maybe, you know, they don't want people doing shenanigans like that. But I mean,
shenanigans. The Cyrus ancestor is a good woman and is not an antagonist. The true antagonist of the game is Rowan ancestor, though at the end everything ends up with a great apology. Rowan ancestor accidentally freed Giratina and enrages Arceus. At the end, he simply says he is sorry and didn't know what he was doing. Professor Lavin is hinted to be the ancestor of Hop and Hala. I'm not entirely keen on just how overviewed the end story is, if this is how it's going to roll. You know, it just seems like, hey, I made a mistake, but there are really no consequences to me. And it's just a quick, hey, by the way, this professor over here is hinted to be connected to characters from Gen 7. To me, just kind of, I don't know. I don't really see him being connected to Hop or Howl.
I don't see it either.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Wait a minute.
Are they even related?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, Hop is Gen 8 and Howl is Gen 7. What the?
No, they can't be related. That doesn't make sense, because if anything, the relation, I think, from Pokemon Masters EX was, oh my god, Leon and Iris. I think they were the ones that were related, I believe.
Yeah.
Like they're cousins or something, and I'm like, what the hell?
I remember that. I actually do remember that. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that they've had to go back and retcon something. Mm-hmm. But it just seems kind of weird that they will retcon Iris and Hop and
Leon.
Leon, yeah, Hop and Leon and Iris being connected familial wise, but I just don't see any familial connection to any of them with Professor Laventon's image.
They say he explored around the world, so the question is, how did he get, like, the other gen started Pokemon, the Pokédex didn't exist, you know, and the other gen didn't exist before this one, though.
I don't know.
I do hope they explain that a little bit, like, even if it's just, like, unofficially, like, on, like, their
This is confusing. I get that. Gen 2, right? And Gen, also what gen is it? Gen 6, right? I believe 5 or 6?
5.
And my question is, since Gen 4 is before that, how did he get these 2 Gen Pokemon that aren't even connected to Gen 4 yet?
I don't know. This whole thing just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
I know.
Shiny Pokemon are presented in the game and can be seen in real world. The shiny rate is higher if the Pokédex page for a certain Pokemon is completed at max level. This we have been speculating on, and a lot of other tubers have been saying the same thing because it does feel that way. You have so many things to complete. Catch 25 of these. Watch them do
Wait,
this move.
So is that the reason why we do this? So there's a chance of. Oh, okay, that'd be good.
Well, you're building the Pokedex, and I guess as an
Oh yeah, that
incentive,
part now.
yeah,
Yeah.
but as an incentive to complete all the side missions, especially for shiny hunters, you do all of the requested item or requests for that particular Pokemon, and now that Pokemon has a higher shiny rate chance. So, I mean, this is something that we've kind of speculated on. So, seeing someone else saying the same thing, it's kind of cool that we're not the only bat crap crazy people.
I mean, definitely, I can agree with the whole incentive thing. Like, you max it out, you get all the information for one Pokemon, and then it just raises your chances of finding a shiny. Or maybe they'll even give us more of a freebie and be like, "Oh, maybe you'll find a shiny the next time you look for this Pokemon again." Like, well, I doubt they'll do that, but I mean, like,
Sure, they have a reason why we have to do all the checked in order to get it.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's like what that just adds up to game longevity.
There's just no way they're just gonna have you do it, just complete Pokédex, and you don't get anything out of it.
Oh,
Well, I mean, this way, if you think about it, like anybody who wants to just play the game can just play the game. Anybody who wants a shiny hunt now can find ways to increase their odds of catching a shiny. I don't know. I'm not a shiny hunter. I've tried it on several times. I just can't get into it. Not in the hunting in the wild. I'll breed one before I'll hunt one. But if you're out in the wild and you want to just catch a wild Pokemon, or you're going to do a Nuzlocke, it's a great way to really incentivize somebody to complete that stuff. But I don't know if it'll be worth it enough, or just go for it. Maybe one of our viewers can actually chime in, who our shiny hunting viewers can chime in and see and let us know what their thoughts are on this, because I'm actually kind of curious as to what they would say.
Let us know in the comment section down below.
Post-game is almost non-existent, only a new legendary and a couple of rematches. Lavin leaves the place for a new region to explore. Is hinted that the region is new for us players, as well as probably a hint towards Gen 9. The fact that we already know that Lavin travels is one thing. The fact that they may be hinting on a Gen 9, I could possibly see, especially the weird timing of when this game drops. I mean, you're talking about 1 month before Pokemon Day, almost to the day, and it just seemed weird to me that they're dropping Pokemon Legends a month before, so literally less than 1 month later. And that's the thing, though. Why not wait those 30 days and drop Legends Arceus on Pokemon Day, unless you're about to make a different announcement, which is why some people are thinking that they're going to be announcing Gen 9, or at least teasing Gen 9. I don't know if we're going to get Gen 9 this year, personally, but I do think they may do what they did for Pokemon Sun and Moon and tease it for next year.
Yeah, it's a little bit too early for Gen 9.
Is it
I don't know.
Yeah, I say it is because we're still because people are still playing Sword and Shield, and they're still doing content for it. And then
it's been like 3 years.
maybe in a year or two they'll show the Gen 9.
Well, the thing is that if you think about this, unless they're planning on patching Sword and Shield, you're not going to see these new Pokemon until a new generation drops, and even then, that's a big if, because they're on this kick where they're no longer allowing all the Pokemon to be in the game. So you've got a new Pokemon game that drops with new forms. You're going to have to do something to give players a chance to play those particular Pokemon on a competitive scene. And if it's not going to be in Legends, then it needs to be on Sword and Shield. And if it's not in Sword and Shield, the only other answer to that is either a Battle Revolution Stadium style game or Gen 9. People are going to want to play these new Pokemon forms in a VGC style setup. So the only thing I can think of is literally a Stadium game or Gen 9, if it's not patched into Sword and Shield.
Yeah, that would be good for another Stadium, because I haven't done one in a long time. So.
Yeah, I would love another Stadium game.
Arceus phone is sent to the past from the future of the original Diamond and Pearl, not the remakes. In BDSP, we discover again something about the Pokemon multiverse. BDSP and PLA are connected. The phone has no lore in the game. It simply appears. It's just a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. A lot of people have been questioning how is it that you have a cell phone, but you don't have things like a computer.
Yeah, because like it does seem weird to have that phone just appear out of nowhere. But if what I'm recalling is correct, then I guess it's just it's just there. You guys have no idea how it works until you guys actually tinker around with it, and then bam, like
Bang it on a rock until see what happens.
Would it not be connected to Rotom or no?
See, that's the thing. I don't think this has a Rotom in it.
No, are you sure?
No.
And then I think in terms of Pokédex for this game, I feel like they're still going with the whole like scroll and ink kind of thing, because that's what it feels like to me. Like when they showed it off as well. Like
you're talking about when they start building the Pokédex?
Yeah.
Because they don't make the Pokédex until after you're supposed to finish the game.
And at least it's the Pokédex for that region in general, right? Like, who knows?
Yes.
I mean, like, other regions are probably already documenting what they have.
My question is, one Gen 1 to 3 Pokemon, are they going to be in Sinnoh as well, or is it just Sinnoh only?
I don't know. We haven't seen the Pokédex list, right? So I can't really...
Okay, because if you look at Scyther, he's Gen 1, right? And then Sandler is Gen 2.
And I was gonna say, I know we're probably going to get some of Gen 1, 2, and 3 Pokemon in this region. They've shown quite a few already. It's just which ones we don't know. We only have a handful of knowledge.
Except his super form. That's only what we know of.
Well, Cerebi has a running Pokedex based on the mons that we've seen.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah.
So if anything shows up, it's going to be there. And I think right now we're circling around 400.
But I don't think you start with that yet. You start with the regular Pokédex and then the next show after, if they have it for post game.
I don't even think we're going to see much difference in post game. I think it's just going to be what you see is what you see, but it's being able to get to the locations where those particular Pokemon are at is what's going to change.
Okay, my question: you guys think they're going to do any DLC for this game or no? I say no, because I don't think they have any plans for it, unless they get a huge, request from fans, Because look at Sword and Shield, right? We didn't know that we were going to have DLC for it.
Well, no, I kind of saw DLC for Sword and Shield coming, but I don't.
I know you know that.
I don't think that we are going to see DLC for Legends.
But who knows? You never know.
With how the game is, I feel like there could be DLC. Like, there's a chance. But I don't know how else they would expand it, because the game is literally called Legends Arceus, right? Like, I don't know what else you want to add to that unless you're adding like some other area that's in there, like that volcano area, right? It doesn't look like a place that you can actually land on and actually do some searching around. Maybe they'll put like a DLC for that goes like, oh look, it stopped spewing magma and there's actually now Pokemon on there or something like that. I don't know. Because that feels like that area could be Stark Mountain, right? Like where...
Yeah, I'm about to say Stark.
Maybe if they add a DLC, it'll be something similar to that, like saying, oh, this is a new area and there's new Pokemon we found here or something. But other than that, I can't really see DLC for Legends of Arceus. I think for me, I believe that the higher chance of it is it being a one and done game.
Well, that's going to wrap up our rumor review for today, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Let us know what your thoughts are on these rumors down below. Also, please feel free to like and subscribe to the videos. It does help us out. Lets us know that we're doing good work. And as always, hope you guys have a wonderful day and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Alola.
All right, goodbye.